We're going to be starting up here after we get the time trials. We start racing, guys. Individual. Our first one will be the 900 girls, heat number 1. 900 girls, heat number 1, women welcome. It's not a heat, it's a group. So group number 1, 900 girls, we may take the floor. Rookie girls 9 under with a quick warm-up before we have our time trial. We need number 6, Stallions. Number 6 on the Stallions. Head on over. We need number 30 for Skate City. Head on over also. Number 30 for check-in, or you're going to lose your spot. We also need the Team Highline, number 79. Head on over. Perfect. We're doing a quick warm-up with the rookie 900 girls. Quick warm-up, rookie girls. 9 and under, both groups. You ready?
Okay, here we go. 9 and under girls.
Just a reminder for all racers today, especially the rookies, no jewelry at all. No jewelry, no earrings, no necklaces. You must be completely clear of all jewelry. We're going to do both groups for 9 under warm-up. Group 1 and Group 2. Girls on the floor for warm-ups. Girls, Group 1 and Group 2 for warm-up.
Okay. That's what I have. It's 11.
Hey Jerry, so the checks are on the table.
Okay.
The Wex Bank backup is right there, just because I needed to match it. All the rest, none of the other backups there, but there aren't that many of them because there's no schools. So there's only like 25 something checks. So I mean, whenever you get a chance this week. Last time I saw him, he was down in like the trophy room area. Yeah.
I do love a nice 8-bit Mario sound. McKenna Luther, Tanya Prabhu, Afia Girach, Venetia? Let's go with Venetia, Gopinath, Alexis Turlo, Brinley Hines, Diana Ganasan, Tezaria Cooper, Claire Pilkington, and Janaea Washington, Lainey Ringgold. How are they calling themselves? Stallions. Colorado Springs, Skate City, if they're from Denver. Venetia Gopinath. Venetia. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome in to the Xfinity Roller Sports Arena for the Comcast American Roller Speed Skating Championships. 2019 Comcast American Roller Speed Skating Championships. Beautiful Colorado Springs, Colorado, coming to you live around the world. usrollerspeedskating.com. usrollerspeedskating.com. Where did my schedule go? Schedule. Brian, you on? Brian? Oh. Whoa. All right, welcome in everyone. Quick start here for us at the Comcast American Roller Speed Skating Championships. You see there on the line, that's our first contestant of the week here at the Xfinity Roller Sports Arena in beautiful Colorado Springs, Colorado. The aforementioned contestant, that's McKenna Luther. There she goes. This is the 100-meter rookie 9 and under girls time trial that you're seeing there. So a good quick start for McKenna. She's from the Fast Forward Racing team. She's going to cross the line with a very respectable 14.3. You see it there coming up. Glad to have you joining us around the world. usrollerspeedskating.com once again for the American Roller Speed Skating Championships. I'm Chris Johnson. We'll be bringing you all the inline and quad skating action from now until Sunday evening. And up next, as you see coming to the line there, that is Tanya Prabhu. She's a Stallions racer. Stallions, the hometown club here in Colorado Springs. And Tanya, quick out around the first turn. She drives to the finish, 14.995 for Tanya. So McKenna in first place after 2. The American Championship record in this event set last year by Keegan Schneider, 13.688. So that record safe so far from our first couple of competitors. Still got 9 more to go, and the next one up is Afia Girach from that same Fast Forward skating club as she takes off on her lap. Fast Forward coming all the way to Colorado from Hagerstown, Maryland, so a long trip for those Fast Forward racers as Afia makes her way around the 100-meter loop here at the Xfinity Roller Sports Arena. So Afia puts in a time just over 22 seconds. And moving right along, up next, it's Venetia Gopinath from the Skate City Speed Club up in Denver. So a short trip down I-25, although a couple of our crew here today mentioned that it was a bit of a traffic situation getting down to Colorado Springs, but they're here, so are you, and so is Venetia. She's halfway through her lap. Driving across the line, Venetia in 16.071. Okay, Alexis Turlow from Team Illini. Team Illini hailing from Danville, Illinois, as you can probably imagine, somewhere in the great state of Illinois with a name like Team Illini. Alexis is out on the course. And Alexis coming in 14.222. So that is going to be a first place time as of right now. Alexis Turlow pulling in first place about 1/10 of a second ahead of McKenna Luther. Up next on the course, it's going to be Brinley Hines. Brinley of the Claremore Chaos from Claremore, Oklahoma. That's a new team at the American Championships this year. Happy to have them aboard. And Brinley the first Claremore skater to take the track. Doing a good job, little bobble there around the final turn, but a good push. And 14.769 for Brinley. That's good enough for third at the moment. Up next, another Skate City skater, Diana Ganasan.
The record so far is 13.688 from last.
And Diana, she's halfway through. And Diana coming across 15.7.
Next up, number 273.
15.7 for Diana Ganasan. Up next, Tazaria Cooper, the second of 3 Claremore Chaos racers here in our 9 and under girls rookie 100-meter time trial. And Tazaria is off. She's got a quick gait, moving her legs fast and furious. We'll see how it pays off with her time as she comes around the final turn. And a 16.2 for Tazaria.
Next up, 276, Claire Pilkington from the Claremore.
And teammate of Tazaria, Claire Pilkington, Claremore Chaos skater number 3, as she takes the course. There's a 13.675. That is an American Championships record. Claire Pilkington of the Claremore Chaos setting a meet record here in the time trial in our first event of the week. 13.678. Congratulations to Claire on setting that record. First of, I'm sure, many records that we're going to see here at the Xfinity Roller Sports Arena before we are through. On the course now, that's Janiyah Washington. She's a stallion skater, hometown skater here in Colorado Springs. And she posts a 17.15. As you take a look there at Janiyah's final time. Last skater of the rookie 9 and under girls time trial, Lainey Ringgold, the Roll Arena Rockets. The only Roll Arena Rockets skater to participate here in the rookie 9 and under time trial for the girls. And she's putting out a good pace early. We'll take a look at her final time as she pushes across the line, 13.1. And so once again, we have a new meet record as Lainey Ringgold besting the about 92nd old record of Claire Pilkington. So Lainey Ringgold is your rookie 9 and under girls 100-meter time trial champion. She takes a well-deserved victory lap there. So it's going to be Lainey Ringgold first, Claire Pilkington in second, and then we've got Alexis Turlow finishing third. Unofficial results there for our top 3. All of our competitors putting in good times. It's going to help our meet officials do a good job of seeding these racers for the racing yet to come later this week. So congratulations to all our competitors there. And we're going to go to our rookie 9 and under boys 100-meter time trial. We've got 3 groups of competitors here, so a really big field for our rookie 9 and under boys. Group 1, you can see taking position in the staging area there. That's going to include 2 Texas Speed Club racers, Brandon McNair and Nathaniel Harmon. Texas Speed Club hailing from Austin, Texas, so the very capital of the Lone Star State. We got Sam Swain of the hometown Stallions, Jake Brown making the trip out from Maryland with Fast Forward, Thomas Winfield from Infinity Racing, and Abe Sharma, another Stallions racer. So 2 Texas Speed Club, 2 Stallions, the Fast Forward racer, and the Infinity Racing Thomas Winfield from Springfield, Missouri in Group 1 here for the 9 and under boys rookie 100-meter time trial, as we've got Brandon McNair towing the line. He'll be our first time posted. So slight delay here. Officials making sure everyone's in line where they're supposed to be. I'd like to once again thank you for joining us here at usrollerspeedskating.com, streaming you live the Comcast American Roller Speed Skating Championships from the Xfinity Roller Sports Arena in beautiful Colorado Springs, Colorado. There's a nice close-up of Brandon, just talking with the starter. I'm sure he's eager to get his first lap of competition under his belt here this week. A lot of these rookie skaters skate in the rookie challenge. They also skate in the individual age groups, and quite a few of them will skate inline as well as quad skates. So a busy weekend for some of these competitors. As we got Brandon out on the track now. Oh, Brandon, nice lean and reach there. 13.53 for Brandon. So he's about half a second off of the meet record time set last year. It was Wesley Jones putting in a 13 flat. So a very, very fast rookie time trial record that these competitors are going to need to beat if they want to be in the record books. Up next, now we have Nathaniel Harmon. Don't let that yellow jersey confuse you. He's a Texas Speed Club racer as well, and he is making really good time around the track. He's going to finish up in 13.142. So very good time there from Nathaniel. Up next, stallion skater Sam Swain.
Here we go. Stallions on the track coming around.
And Sam, 14.773 for Mr. Swain. Puts him in third place currently. Up next now, Jake Brown of Fast Forward Racing.
With a time.
Jake Brown, 16.760. Oh, a little thumbs up to the crowd there from Jake. Good job. Up next is Thomas Winfield of Infinity Racing. And Winfield pushing across the line in 12.982. That is a new American Championships record. Thomas Winfield getting under the 13-second mark. He has the lead. He has the record. We will see if his record lasts longer than Claire Pilkington's. She held the record for only about 90 seconds there in our rookie 9 and under girls time trial before being bested by Lainey Ringgold. As we see Abe Sharma, another stallion skater, out on the track. And Abe gonna finish in 14.9. up next is Damian Huff. This is the first of our Group 2 skaters. Damian with the Roll Arena Rockets as he's on the course now. And we're getting a signal from the official waving him off. Looks like maybe the timing mechanism failed to start for Damian. And that gives us a chance to preview all of the racers we're going to see here in Group 2. We have the aforementioned Mr. Huff of Roll Arena Rockets, Caden Castle from Fast Forward, Isaiah Tolles with Skate City, Sean Cook from Roller Dome, Casey Starkey from Claremore Chaos, as Damian gets started on his second attempt at the time trial. Camden Hines, another Claremore Chaos skater, and then Premi Kawardipe of Fast Forward. As Damian comes in at a 13.252. So 13.252, that's good enough for third place currently. So Mr. Huff sitting in third after his lap around the track. Up next, Caden Castle. And Castle reaching across the line for 13.616. And Isaiah Tolles of Skate City. And Tolles across in 14.127. Up next, Sean Cook from Roller Dome Racing. And Cook in at 13.577. Up next, Casey Starkey. And Starkey, a good time there, 13.159. 13.159 puts Casey Starkey in third place. Well, very nice. You see some of our coaches from the various teams, as well as the some meet officials all hanging out down there at the end, making sure everything runs smoothly and that the skaters are prepared, know what they need to do here. A time trial can be a tricky race. There's no one to really race against. It's just you and the clock. And you know, sometimes it's hard to put that motivation in when there's no one chasing you or no one that you're chasing. So time trials coaching can really be a factor in a time trial situation. Up next, it is Camden Hines. You see there, another Claremore Chaos racer. He decides to start way on the outside by the boards, and he is on his way. Little stumble there, but he keeps his feet. And there's Camden Hines' final time.
Number 257 coming up from Fast Forward.
And up next, our last Group 2 skater, Premi Kawardipe. And Fast Forward. Fast forward with the longest trip out here, coming all the way from the Chesapeake Bay area, Hagerstown, Maryland, as Cowardipe is nearing the final turn here. And 15:1:48. So nice lap there. Group 3 getting started here with Isaac Armstrong of Team Illini. He'll be followed shortly by Brentley Berg, Oliver Hutchins, Alex Gorgas, Darius Cooper, Owen Gorgas, and Ethan Rivera Rosado. So a little stumble there for Armstrong as the Team Illini skater keeps his feet and building his momentum around the final turn. And there's a 13:758 for Isaac. And there goes Brentley. $16.531 for Mr. Bird.
Next up, number 209, Oliver Hutchins from Kentucky Speed.
Up next, it is Oliver Hutchins. He's the first member of the Kentucky Speed team that we've seen yet today. Kentucky Speed coming to us from Lexington, Kentucky. Home of the Wildcats.
Doing some last minute fixes.
Little equipment malfunction there with the chin strap, it looks like. Hopefully the starter and Oliver able to get that straightened out here pretty quick. It looks like they have done so. And there's a 14:069 for Oliver. Up next, the first of two Gorgases competing here in the rookie 900 boys 100-meter time trial. This is Alex.
Right after this, we'll be lining up our 10 to 13 girls. 10 to 13-year-old girls coming up after we finish the 9 and under boys.
And Alex coming across the line in 16:239. And up next from Claremore Chaos, Darius Cooper. As we take a look now, Darius stepping to the line. Thumbs up from the official timer. And Darius, nice time there, just over 14 seconds. Up next, it's Owen Gorgas, so our second Gorgas stepping up to the line. a 16.282 for Owen. So a close race between the Gorgas brothers there. It's Alex who gets the better of that one by just about 5/100ths of a second. So Alex with the bragging rights over Owen between the two Gorgas brothers. And our final racer here in the rookie 9 and under boys 100-meter time trial is Ethan Rivero Rosado of the Stallions. A little stumble there around the turn, keeps his feet. And a 13.983 for Ethan. Oh, a nice job there. That completes our rookie 9 and under boys 100-meter time trial race. Another American Championships record set here. It's Thomas Winfield of Infinity Racing getting under 13 seconds, the 12.982. Good enough for first, good enough for the record. Second place going to Nathaniel Harmon of the Texas Speed Club, coming in at 13.142. And third place looks like it's going to be Casey Starkey of the Claremore Chaos, 13.159. Unofficial top 3 for you there. As we move right along here to our 10 to 13-year-old girls rookie 100-meter time trial. Pretty big field here. It's going to start with Renee Losi of Skate City, then Letitia Detro of Fast Forward, Layla Wishart also of Fast Forward, Nishka Sabani of Skate City, Cheyenne Bivens of Bell's Speed Club, Shy Monroe from Claremore Chaos, Gabriella Carl of the Stallions, Emma Reif also of the Stallions, Reagan Polachak, CSC Speed, Rachel Wanek, Team Illini, Kendra Benjula, CSC Speed, Caitlin Wyman, Skate City, Kari Davis from Claremore Chaos, and Kylie Johnson of Fast Forward Racing rounding out the field here in the 10 to 13-year-old girls rookie 100-meter time trial.
Doing our check, make sure everything is good.
So we have to reset the timing mechanisms for the new division, and we'll get underway as soon as that is set. So a lot of excitement here in the early going of the 2019 American Speed Skating Championships, as both of the championship records from last year have gone down. The record here in the 10 to 13-year-old girls rookie time trial is 12.417, set by Elizabeth Rowland last year. So we will be looking for our competitors to post times below that and get their names in the record books. As that is Losi.
For our 10 to 13 girls, time to beat is 12.417. 12.417, coming alive.
And Losi is going to post a time of 15.650. Up next, Leticia Detro. Fast Forward Racing.
And she's off. Last year's best time that we're trying to beat, 12.417. She's going good, looking good.
And Detro putting up a 14.191. That's good enough for first place here in the early stages of the time trial. Still about a dozen competitors left to skate. And up next is Layla Wishart, Detro's Fast Forward teammate.
12.417 is the time to beat. And she's all fast forward.
And Wishart, fast pace down the back. We'll see what her final time is. 13.638. So a nice drive down the back stretch there in front of the stands for Wishart. Puts her into first place by about half a second over her teammate Letitia Detro. Up next, Nishka Sabani, a Skate City skater. And the officials are gonna blow the whistle, bring Nishka back to the starting line. Looks like we had a timing chip malfunction there, as can happen when dealing with those microchips that the skaters wear tied around their shoe. It's generally where it's worn. Nishka's ready to go on her second attempt. Everything seems good. She's around the first turn. And Nishka's time going to be a 15.371. Okay. Coming up to the line now, Cheyenne Bivens. She's our first Bell's Speed Club racer. Bell's Speed Club coming to the American Championships from New Haven, Indiana. A little stumble there, but a fast start. Still driving the legs. It's a quick gate. Almost goes down again, lost some momentum, keeps her feet, pushes through for a 13.841. You have to think Cheyenne's not thrilled with that lap. A couple of stumbles, almost fell down there in turn 3, but a 13.8 still good enough for second place at the moment. As we wait for Shy Monroe of the Claremore Chaos to begin her lap. And Shy to the line, 13.915.
Up next, number 113, Gabrielle Carl for the Skate City Sound.
So we see Shy skate over to the Claremore Chaos coaching staff. And now back to the line, it's Gabriella Carl of the Stallions.
And she's off. We're looking to be 12.417 for our girls 10 to 13.
And Carl, a stumble there around the final turn. Still puts up a 13.908, so just under 14 seconds for Gabriella Carl. 13.908 slides her into third, just in front of Shy Monroe, who we saw skate previously. As now on the track, it's Emma Reif, another Stallion skater, swinging the arms real hard. There is Emma coming around the final turn. And Emma is in just over 14 seconds. Up next, CSC Speed from Paynesville, Ohio. CSC. This is the first one of their skaters we've had a chance to see as they send Reagan Polachek onto the track. And Polachek posting a 15.144. And up next, as we see Polachek working on slowing that momentum down so she can safely exit the floor. Oh, a little stumble there, but she's up and moving. I know you can't see her on the screen, but she's okay. On the screen, though, it's Rachel Wanek, Team Illini. Fast start. You see driving with those feet, sprinting out of the starting line. She's got a good time. Drives across the line, a 13.334. So a 13.334 there for Wanek, and she has pulled into the lead with just 4 skaters left to go. It's Rachel Wanek and her 13.334 at the top of the leaderboard. Up next, Kendra Bindala, another CSC speed racer. So Kendra, also a good time there. Hits the wall, though. That's going to slow her way down. A 13.722. A lot of time lost there as she goes into the wall with the hip. Couldn't possibly have been a great feeling for her. You see her there kind of holding the elbow. So hopefully she is all right, and definitely left some seconds, or some tenths of a seconds on the track here in the excuse me, here in the rookie 10-13 girls 100 meter time trial. Up next, it's Caitlin Wyman, a Skate City racer. And Caitlin, quick first half of the lap. Another little stumble there in turn 4 and a 13.410. So a good time there from Caitlin. Puts her into second position with 2 skaters left to go. Rachel Wanek's 13.33 still the time to beat, as Wyman fell just short, about 8/100ths of a second off that pace. As you see there, that's Kari Davis. Excuse me, that is not. Looks like we had a late scratch. That's Kylie Johnson of Fast Forward out there on the track. Kylie Johnson gonna finish her lap up in a 14.928. So we'll see. Looks like maybe we had an equipment issue. And this is a skater I do not have on my race roster. She's from the Olympic Speed Club. And we will get you her name as soon as we have a chance to. But she is our final competitor. And a little bit of a miscommunication there at the beginning for our mystery woman. So we'll see how she does here on the second attempt. Second attempt. She is on the track. Coming around the final turn. And her name is Janae Zimmerman. So Janae Zimmerman, our final contestant there, 15.610. And that is going to wrap up our Rookie Challenge 10-13 girls 100 meter time trial. First place going to Rachel Wanek from Team Illini, 13.334. Caitlin Wyman taking second with that 13.410 from Skate City. And looks like Layla Wishard in the 13.638 from Fast Forward is going to take the bronze. Those unofficial results for your top 3 as we take a look at some coaching happening down there at the end of the floor. Coach is never going to miss an opportunity to teach their athletes, and you see there we've got some awards happening already. Believe those are the awards for, believe it would have to be our 9 and under girls. As we have a racer on the track, Jaden Roberts, finishing up his lap. Jaden put up a 13:029. So first racer out in the rookie 10 to 13 boys time trial was Jaden, and he posts a very respectable 13:029. So in our last race, the 10 to 13 girls, that was the first record from last year to stand. Elizabeth Rowland's 12.417 not touched, as Grayson Losey of Skate City now on the track. And here in the rookie 10 to 13 boys time trial, another very, very fast record set by Nasir Jackson. He went sub 12 and 11:890, the record there, as we see Losey posting a 13:9. And up next, it's going to be a couple of Stallions skaters. Tristan Boyd on the line now, and Logan Gaudreau is going to follow him. So Tristan looks like he's skating with a wrap or a cast of some sort on that right arm, so good for Tristan. He's going to compete in spite of whatever that injury is, and he puts up a 13:483. And that's good enough for second place here in the early going with about 15 skaters left to go. A big field here in the Rookie Challenge 10 to 13 boys 100 meter time trial. And there goes Logan Gaudreau, another Stallions racer. And Logan, 13:562. Next up we have 139. Up next to the starting line, Abe Kronberg from Skate City. So 4 of our first 5 contestants here in the 10 to 13 boys rookie challenge 100 meter time trial coming from Colorado. Abe Kronberg, the 4th of those. As he's about halfway through his run. And a 15:198 for Kronberg. 189, Tristan Starkey. Up next, a Claremore Chaos racer by the name of Tristan Starkey. As you see there, Kronberg making his way off the floor, taking full advantage of those hockey boards on the wall to come to a final stop. Starkey is on the course. Starkey, with a flourish there at the end. The 12:852 puts him in first place here today. Tristan Starkey with the big reach. We mentioned earlier that the timing chip goes on the skate, and it's that front wheel of the skate crossing the line that stops your time, and in racing situations that is what is used to determine first, second, and third. As we see Luke Armstrong from Team Illini getting set to compete in the time trial. A little stumble there on the push-off, but Luke recovers nicely. Good rhythm around the final turn. And a 12:75 for Luke Armstrong. And that puts Luke into first place, a full 1/10 of a second faster than Starkey. So the time starting to go down here as we work our way through the field. They're at the line now. Jesse Smith, he's a Stallions racer. It looked like he kind of pulled up there right after the start, but quickly recovers his balance or focus or whatever was going on and really turns it on around the rest of the track and puts up a 13.7. So another new team to the American Championships here this year, Central Florida Speed. Their first racer, Christian Mendez, Central Florida, coming to us from Leesburg, Florida. So they might actually give those folks from Hagerstown a run for their money in terms of who traveled farther for these American Championships. As Christian, there's a good time from Christian. He goes sub 12. 11.976 for Mendez. Very fast, but not meet record fast. That's Christian Mendez, our first competitor to get under the 12-second lap mark. Up next, Christian's teammate, Ved Patel. And there goes Ved. Big arm swings for Patel as he comes around the final turn. Little bobble, holds it up. And 12.114 for Patel. And with that, we have got our two Central Florida racers in the top two spots, with Armstrong currently sitting in third. Now we got a couple of Oklahomans, Caven Woodruff and Dax Pilkington, coming to us from the Claremore Chaos, making the trip from the Sooner State. Woodruff, little stumble off the line. Nice recovery. And Woodruff's in with a 13.536. And now it's Dax Pilkington. And Dax using those long strides for a fast time, 12.272. That's going to bump Armstrong off the podium, as Dax Pilkington now sitting in third as we wait for Braden Waite of the Allegro Speed Club. Allegro Speed, as well as Badger State Racing, coming from Kimberly, Wisconsin. So Braden Waite. And Waite coming across 13.523. Up next from Team Illini, Donathan Dietrich. And Dietrich in with a 13.192. Oh, a nice run there for Donathan Dietrich. Up next, another Skate City racer, Seth Carlson. And Carlson crossing the line, 15.4. Up next, Jake Edwards of that CSC speed team from Ohio. There's a good shot at the front of the jerseys. Cool skyline there. And Edwards is off. Edwards going wide around the back straight, tightens it up through the corner, out near the wall again. Never does hit the wall, which is good. And he finishes with a 14.163. Our next racer is going to be Elijah Walker from Team Velocity. Team Velocity, another squad out of Missouri. They're from Jefferson. Little stumble there as he tries to get set. Oh, they're going to let him go ahead and reset. And a good start that time. And that's a 15.032 for Walker. Up next, Bryson Gerling in those distinctive Team Illini flame uniforms. Gerling halfway around the track. And Gerling, 13.458. And it's our third Central Florida speed skater, this time Tyson Fletcher, making his way to the start. And if he puts up a really good time, we could have a Central Florida speed podium here, as his teammates currently hold first and second place. And Fletcher putting a good pace on the course as well. Big reach, and that's an 11.856, and that is a new American Championships record for Tyson Fletcher, the Central Florida speed team. 11.856, coming in just under Nasir Jackson's 11.890 from last year. As our final skater takes the line, that's Sawyer Smith. He is a stallion skater, and he's the only hope to break up the Central Florida sweep. And Smith coming around the final turn, reaches out for a 14.2, so a nice time there for Smith, but not good enough to break up the sweep, as Tyson Fletcher takes first with an American Championships record 11.856. Teammate Christian Mendez also getting under 12 seconds with an 11.976. And Ved Patel, so Central Florida speed in the first race they've competed at here at the American Championships, going 1, 2, 3. That is a team that is looking like a force to be reckoned with here at the 2019 championships, as we take a short break for the 14 to 17-year-old rookie ladies to warm up. We'll be back. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, for sure.
So we're going to have our ladies up first. These are our rookie 14 through 17 ladies. For your information, the time to beat the record is 12.951.
All right, welcome back. More racing to come indeed, and it's going to be the 14 to 17-year-old ladies 100-meter time trial in our rookie challenge. We got 8 competitors in the 100-meter time trial for the 14 to 17-year-old ladies, and you see them there getting ready. They're getting lined up by the race official. First up, you see her there, Morgan Lambert of Fast Forward. She'll be followed by Alyssa Roan of Team Illini, Kenna Pfeiffer from Fast Forward, Hannah Porto, also from Team Illini, Cami Phillips, another Bell's Speed Club skater, Jaden Turner, Team Illini, Sabrina Lobbs, Allegro Speed, and then rounding out the field, Amy Bolin. So Team Illini with half of the field. Fast Forward with a couple skaters, and Bell's Speed Club and Allegro Speed represented as well. As Morgan is off, all of our skaters chasing last year's time set by Vada Forbach, 12.951 is the rookie record in the 100-meter time trial so far, and it's going to stand its first test as Lambert comes in with the 14.068. As we see Alyssa Rowan making her way to the starting line. You saw Lambert kind of coast through there, letting her momentum slow down on her way off the floor. And there you see the quick feet off the line for Rowan. Rowan smooth around the final turn. And a 12.861 for Alyssa Rowan. And that is a record. Took me a second there to register it, but that is going to be under Vada Forbach's time from 2018. So Alyssa Rowan, now your American Championships 100-meter rookie time trial record holder, 14 to 17 ladies division. We'll see if it holds up. On the course now, that's Kenna Pfeiffer from Fast Forward. Quickly around the back, pushing all the way through the line, 11.559. So a huge time there as Kenna Pfeiffer goes sub 12, and Alyssa Rowan only held that record for maybe a minute before it was taken by Pfeiffer. So Kenna Pfeiffer in first place by over a second and taking down the American Championships record in the process. So these times are getting very fast here as we reach the middle of the field with Hannah Porto. And Porto, 12.947. That's good enough for third place here, halfway through the field. And up next, Cami Phillips, so the Bells Speed Club racer at the line. Looks like we might have a pretty funny starter. Cami, all smiles and laughs down there at the starting line, waiting for her chance to put in a fast lap. Phillips to the line in 12.74. So Phillips sliding into second place with the 12.74 time. Up next, it's 2.92 Sabrina Lobbs of Allegro Speed. That's one of our two Wisconsin teams. And Lobbs, the time felt fast around the track, and indeed it was. 11.988. So again, under 12, our second competitor to do so today. So she slides into second place behind Kenna Pfeiffer. One last competitor to skate here, Amy Bolin, Team Illini. And Bolin coming around the final turn. Bolin posting 13.729. Looks like we're going to move fast straight into the 13 to 17-year-old rookie men's division 100-meter time trial. You see there, that's Glenn Bunnell of CSC Speed taking the line. While they get ready for him down at the scorer's box, we'll take a quick chance. It's Kenna Pfeiffer in first for the ladies, followed closely by Sabrina Lobbs and then Cami Phillips coming in third. So those are your unofficial top three in the 14 to 17-year-old ladies 100-meter time trial rookie challenge. And we move on, as I said, quickly to the gentlemen. As Glenn Bunnell, CSC Speed, takes off there. He's going to be followed by 6 more competitors in this contest. Sam Ringgold, Caden Gerling, Nathaniel Hines, as Bunnell crosses the line in 12.370. Finishing out the field is going to be Mason Liebhaber of Allegro Speed, Tyler Stewart of Skate City, and Addison Luther from Fast Forward. So 7 skaters, 7 different teams represented here in this one, all of them chasing the American Championships record set by Derek DeLong last year, 10.968. As Ringgold is off the line, the Roll Arena Rockets racer making his way down the backstretch. And a 12.134 for Ringgold. Caden Gerling from Team Illini going to be next on the track.
Anybody who is 18 and over, go check in if you haven't already. Men or women, 18 plus, 30 plus, 40 plus, and 80 plus.
Gerling 12:05:49 for Gerling. Good enough for third position as we're almost halfway through the field here. Next up, Nathaniel Hines of the Claremore Chaos. And Hines, quick feet off the line. And there's an 11:07:44. So the first of our competitors to get under that 12-second mark for the lap. Nathaniel Hines putting up a good run here in the Rookie Challenge time trial. And that racer there at the line, Mason Liebhaber, Allegro Speed. So you see some of those competitors wearing Badger State Racing uniforms, as is Liebhaber. So those are two teams that are kind of combined. They work in tandem together up there in Wisconsin. As Liebhaber fast around the first turn. Coming in an 11:01:34. So Liebhaber in first place. Two skaters left to go. Liebhaber, then Hines, then Ringgold on the podium as things stand right now. But Tyler Stewart and Addison Luther both going to have something to say about that as they get set to go. And Stewart is on his way. And a 14:179 for Stewart. So one racer left to go, Addison Luther. The last man with a chance to best both Mason Liebhaber, who's in first place today, and Derek DeLong, who has the championship record set from last year. But that record-setting time under 11 seconds, that's going to be tough to beat for Luther, and he's going to give it his best shot. And there is Addison Luther's time, 12:05:37. So that's going to do it for our 14 to 17-year-old men's Rookie Challenge 100-meter time trial. It's going to be Mason Liebhaber of Allegro Speed taking first, 11:134. Nathaniel Hines, 11:744 for second. And Sam Ringgold hangs on to third after skating second out of the gate, 1:12:134 his time. We're going to take a short break as the next couple of age divisions warm up, and we'll be right back with more racing. welcome back once again as we continue to move along in our rookie challenge 100-meter time trial. Up next is going to be the 18 to 29-year-old ladies time trial event. Small field here for this one. It's going to be Hannah Hawley. There you see her, Olympic speed. She's just racing against the clock. There's no one else she has to worry about. Just try to set up a personal best, and that's really all there is to it. She's the only one competing in the time trial in this division, so we'll see what she can do when she gets her chance out on the track. So, a little bit of a hold up here, making sure everything works down there with the official timers. Those guys do a great job handling all of the microchips and the race files and the various things that go into making sure we have accurate results for all of our competitors. And hopefully we're able to get the racing started once again here in short order. I want to thank you for joining us. Been with us all along. You've seen 3 different American Championship records set. If you're just joining us, we are in the beautiful Xfinity Roller Sports Arena in Colorado Springs, Colorado at the 2019 Comcast American Roller Speed Skating Championships. And you are looking at Hannah Hawley, who is in the middle now of her lap for the 18 to 29 rookie ladies 100-meter time trial. And Hawley of the Olympic speed team. So she puts up a 14.328, and that is going to be good enough. And she's only racing against herself. So Hannah Hawley, a good job there. Not only is she going to win this year, but she has just set the American Championships record, as there was no record set for that division last year at the inaugural American Championships. We move right along to the 18 to 29-year-old men's division of the Rookie Challenge 100-meter time trial. Up there at the line, you see there, that's Paul Rector III. He's from the Kentucky Speed Team. Rector III out on the course. He'll be followed by Will Zandler of the Stallions and Nick Hoffman, another Kentucky Speed competitor. As Rector comes around and completes his lap in 13.689. So Rector setting the bar at 13.689. And there is Will Zandler. He's a Stallion skater. Zandler on the course now. And Zandler putting up a 12.859, so a nice time there. Zandler lowering the time bar for our final competitor, Nick Hoffman. Hoffman's going to be looking for that 12.858 or better in order to get under Zandler and take first place here in the time trial for our 18 to 29-year-old men rookie challenge. Hoffman driving his feet off the line. Smooth around the final turn. Hoffman reaching 12.118. So a nice job there, Hoffman. He knew the time to beat, and he certainly did. 12.118. Nick Hoffman, your Rookie Challenge Time Trial Champion, 18 to 29-year-old men's division. Up next, moving right along, it's our 30 and above ladies 100-meter time trial for our Rookie Challenge. The woman you see there, that's Brooke Cianciola of CSC Speed. So another Ohio racer here. It's going to be Brooke Cianciola going head-to-head with Shannon Degenhart of Infinity Racing. Those are your two competitors here in the Rookie 30 and above ladies 100-meter time trial. 30 and above ladies time trial record was set last year by Jamie Barnes. It's a 14.719. So that's what these two ladies will be after. Little stumble around the first turn for Cianciola. And Cianciola's across in a 15.507. And there is Shannon Degenhart, our other competitor in this division. And Degenhart on the track. Little stumble around the fourth turn, stays off the wall though, and comes in at a 15.268. So Degenhart gonna get the win by a quarter of a second over Cianciola, but Jamie Barnes' 14.719 championship record is going to stand. And up next, we go straight into our 30 and above men's 100-meter time trial rookie challenge race. We've got Marquivas Humphrey of Synergy, another Colorado Springs team. We've also, following him is going to be Chris Laban of the Stallions and Chris Turlow of Team Illini. As Humphrey is out on the course looking for an 11.76 to set a championship record. We'll see if Humphrey can equal that. Big reach there, an 11.133, and indeed he does. Marquivas Humphrey with an American Championships record as the first man out, establishing a very fast time for the rest of our racers. At the line now, that's Chris Turlow, the Team Illini racer. So a little short change to the order there, as Turlow is going to be next on the track. And there goes Turlow. Turlow chopping his feet down the final turn, 13.574 for Chris Turlow. So Marquivas Humphrey with only one man left to threaten him, and that man is the one you see there, Chris Laban of the Stallions. And Laban is on the track. And Laban reaching out and posting a 12.625. That's going to be good enough for second place, as it is Marquivas Humphrey putting up the championship record, 11.133. He'll get the win. Laban, as we mentioned, in second with the 12.625. Turlow on the podium as well with the bronze at 13.574. As we move on, you see there, those are our competitors in the rookie 40 and above, both men's and ladies division, it looks like. And heading straight to the line, you saw her skate out of the frame there as we watch our competitors get into the staging area. That is Jamie Smith. She's a Stallions racer, and she's going to be the first one up in our 40 and above ladies rookie 100-meter time trial. It's going to be another small field, a two-woman race. It looks like it's going to be Smith and Monica Gorgas, so our third Gorgas competitor. We've seen the two boys race earlier, and now it's going to be Monica's turn as soon as Jamie Smith finishes her lap. Smith coming around the final turn. And she's going to cross the line in a 15.364. 15.364 for Jamie Smith. And there you see, I mentioned her previously, Monica Gorgas. She's the other competitor in our 40 and above ladies rookie time trial. The record for the American Championships in this division held by Rebecca Duarte. It was a 14.591. So Monica looking for a 15.363 to win the day and a 14.590 to set the record. We'll see what she has in store for us as she is on the track. And Gorgas to the line, 16.254. And so with that, that is going to mean Jamie Smith, who started things off, she's going to get the win, 15.364. Monica Gorgas in second with the 16.254. And our 40 and above men's division, rookie 100-meter time trial gets started now. Gary Reif, he's a Stallions racer, as you can see. And a fashionable one at that. Got the sunglass goggles on. I like that look, Gary. Looking good, man. Let's see if he skates as well as he dresses.
First up, number 162, Gary Wright with the Stallion. All right.
And Gary Reif coming around the course, 19.165. So nice job there by Gary. Next up is our final rookie time trial competitor. That is Eric Hutchins. He's a Kentucky speed guy. Getting some final instructions from the starter there. The record here in the 40 and above rookie time trial set by Brian Smith last year was a 12.406. That is a blazing time. We'll see how close Hutchins can get to it as he comes around the final turn. And well, he gave it a run, 12.686 for Hutchins. Not far off that championship record, and he gets the win in the rookie 40 and above men's 100-meter time trial. You see there, skating down the boards, those are our competitors in the 10 to 13 boys 1,500 meter race. So while we let these racers warm up, we are going to show you some awards that were given out previously in the day for our time trial winners.
Third place from Team Illini, we have Alexis Thurlow. This is for the rookie 9 and under girls 100 meter time trial. So third place would be Alexis.
I'll put it on for you if that's okay. You skated for Miss Lisa's team. Congratulations.
Okay, and in second place we have Claire Pilkington from Claremore Chaos.
All right. How are you doing?
With a new record.
There you are. Thank you. Appreciate you coming to American
She held that record for just a few seconds.
First place.
And then that record was broken by Lainey Ringgold from the Roll Arena Rockets.
Record breaker. All right. Congratulations. Thank you. I'll step back so you girls can smile real big at the camera.
Very nice. Thank you.
Congratulations. All right, third place. Time trials, rookie time trials. There you are. I saw you last year. Did you skate here last year? No, I thought I saw you here last year. Congratulations. Thank you. Yeah. This one over. Congratulations, sir. Good deal. And go. Congratulations.
Nice job,
Step
fellas.
back. You guys look up at the camera.
Yeah, look at the
Smile real
cameras.
big.
Now look over here at these cameras.
All right, welcome back. So congratulations to all those award winners that you got to see there, working really hard for the time trial championship prizes and medals that they received. And we are back to track action as we are going to have our 9 and under girls rookie division 1,000 meter race. Should be what's next on the schedule. As we see there, letting another group get a couple of laps in. Those are our 9 and under boys, giving them a chance to get warmed up. See also the officials, a little bit different officiating between time trials and races, obviously with multiple competitors on the track at the same time. At the racing, have to be watching, make sure no one is interfering with any of the other competitors, as well as make sure everyone stays outside the cones. You can see the cones there around turn 4. That's the boundary. You got to go outside of those in order for your lap to count. And you see the officials now, 2 of those officials there in the blue with skates on. They're actually going to mirror the racers as we go, make sure they can keep an eye on everything, keep everything within the within bounds. All right, so we're going to go ahead and watch one more batch of awards given out while we wait for the races to get set up here at the Xfinity Roller Sports Arena.
Nice. We have Layla Wisher from Fast Forward Racing.
These are our 10 to 13.
And in second place, we have
girls.
Kari Davis from Claremore Chaos.
Is this your first year? Congratulations.
And then in first place, we have Rachel Wanek from Team Illini.
Hey, Rachel. Congratulations. All right. You guys look over at the camera here and you look at your parents and get your picture ready.
We have Ed Patel from Central Florida Speed.
All right. Congratulations.
And in second place, Christian Mendez from Central Florida Speed. And in first place, Tyson Fletcher from Central Florida Speed.
And congratulations there to the Central Florida Speed. What a way to make your entrance to these American Championships. Going 1, 2, 3 in the rookie time trial there. So those guys are going to be some folks to watch as we move forward. Now, here we are at our first heat of the 9 and under girls 1,000 meter race. You see out there, got a few of our competitors. Brinley Hines out there by the boards. Venetia Gopinath next to her. 295 is Janiyah Washington in the middle. 215 there is Lainey Ringgold on the inside. And one more there. She's got to turn her head for me so I can see who it is. That's going to be Claire Pilkington. Excuse me, McKenna Luther. So those are our skaters in this heat here. The way the 1,000 meter race works, we're going to have 2 heats, 10 laps for each heat. The winner of each heat moves on to the finals, as well as the next 6 fastest times. So just because you don't win your heat does not in any way make you out of it. You got to keep going, and we are going to pause here for the playing of the national anthem at the Xfinity Inline Sports Arena. And we'll take the competitors a moment to get their helmets back on. And we will be set to go. Our first competitive race in terms of having more than one racer on the track at the same time. It's the 6 to 9 or 9 and under girls rookie 1,000 meter race, the 10 lap race. This is the first of 2 heats for this division. As I mentioned right before we went into the playing of the national anthem, first place in each heat as well as the next 6 fastest times will advance. So conceivably, everyone that you see at the starting line right now could be in the final. But they've got to prove it on the track. They've got to earn it. See looks of eagerness on everyone's face down there, especially, and looks to me like Venetia Gopinath is ready to go. She's there in the blue Skate City Lightning skin suit. And all our competitors, of course, wearing the skin suits to keep that drag to a minimum. Want to make sure that everything is contributing to their speed, nothing slowing them down as they try to get around this beautiful hardwood skating surface just as fast as they possibly can. Had a little bit of trouble there with the lap monitor display that shows all of our competitors how far they have left to go, but that appears to be resolved as our starter now shifting around the starting position. You see once again that's Lainey Ringgold on the inside, McKenna Luther inside of her, Tazaria Cooper in the middle, Vinesh Gopinath as we've mentioned, and Janiyah Washington's out there near the boards on the outside. Those are our 5 racers here in heat number 1. Okay, here we go. And the buzzer sounds, and that is Ringgold out to the early lead off the line. Ringgold, followed by Luther, then Hines. After them is Gopinath. As you see there, Ringgold starting to stretch things out, just 1 lap in. Long way to go here, but Ringgold has things in hand. As you see the field stretching out already. Janiyah Washington rounding out the field as Ringgold starting to overtake Washington. Is going to be the first one to be overtaken, so she'll slide out. That is the rule. If you're overtaken by the leader, you got to slide out to the outside of the track, let her get by. You can see there 5.5 seconds over Luther. Ringgold putting her stamp on this thing really quick, just halfway through it. She's got a full half lap on her nearest competitor. Luther well back, and everyone else having to slide out of the way as Ringgold is going to coast around these final 4 laps. No trouble for her, as she leaves no doubt in this heat number 1 and will take first place in the heat and advance to the final. The rest of them not out of it yet, though. Luther and Hines in particular putting up 14-second lap times. They are still looking to get into that final on time. So just because Ringgold is in charge of the race doesn't mean that the other competitors are out of the competition. You see there Ringgold coming up on Luther, so that is first and second, but they are not on the same lap. So an incredibly impressive performance here from Lainey Ringgold of the Roll Arena Rockets as she takes the checkered flag there. Everyone else still got some work to do, but Lainey Ringgold through to the championship round. As you see, there is our second place skater on the floor as she is going to cross the line second, take the checkered flag. And you see there, that was Gopinath skating out of the frame as we show you the rest of our skaters taking their time through. You see a 2:01 for Ringgold, 2:16 the final time for Luther, so a 15-second advantage for Ringgold. Very impressive performance out of her as Hines, Gopinath, and Washington all still on the course finishing up. And we take a look, there are some of our 6 to 9-year-old boy competitors. They'll be racing here in just a bit. We've got one more heat of girls to go, and you're going to see our last 2 girls are going to skate into the frame. Right there they go. So a good job there, finishing strong.
from Gopinath and Washington. You see the final times there. That 2:01 still jumping out for Ringgold and Gopinath and Washington, finishing almost neck and neck. So a nice finish there, just over 3 minutes for those two ladies. So you saw there Hines with the 2:21. She's going to be on the bubble in terms of getting into the championship. We've got 4 skaters in heat number 2, so that bodes well for Hines. Got a good chance of beating at least one of these times and sliding in. This heat headlined by Claire Pilkington of the Claremore Chaos. You see her there on the inside. She, of course, set a championship record that only lasted for about 2 minutes before Ringgold took it away from her. So she's going to have a chance to put her stamp on a race. She'll be challenged by Alexis Turlow, Tanya Prabhu, and Diana Ganasan. Those are our 4 racers here in this one. And around the first lap, it is Pilkington, then Turlow, with Prabhu and Ganasan in a tight race for 3rd as well. Pilkington starting to stretch it out now just a bit. Continuing to drive those bright pink skates, make her easy to pick out. And there you have the race for 3rd between Ganasan and Prabhu as we check back in with our leader. She is about to hit the halfway point. And chased by Alexis Turlow and then Prabhu and Ganasan. Ganasan holding off Prabhu at the moment. They've switched places a few times. You see him coming through there very close, about just about 15/100ths of a second separating 3rd from 4th as you take a look at the board. So field coming back together a little bit. Pilkington taking her foot off the gas, maybe a little early. Turlow not even close to done, as that gap now just about half a second with a couple laps remaining. We'll see if Turlow has enough to really make a final push. Looks like she might. Pilkington swinging the arms a little heavier now. Final lap for these two, Pilkington and Turlow. Not sure Turlow's going to have enough to mount a final challenge around the last turn, but she does close the gap and finish right behind. So all 4 of these competitors finishing the race on the same lap. As you see there, Pilkington coasting to the end, maybe taking her foot off the gas a little too soon, but she got away with it. As we see there, Pilkington and Turlow separated by about 15/100ths of a second. Ganasan and Prabhu, all of those times coming in lower than the time put up by Hines. So it's going to be Ringgold, Luther, and these 4 competitors, Pilkington, Turlow, Prabhu, and Ganasan, into the championship round. Unofficial results there for you. So a really good race there out of heat number 2. All 4 of them look to be set to contest the championship round later on this evening. And we move immediately to our 6 to 9-year-old boys 1,000-meter race. Thomas Winfield, Sean Cook, Caden Castle, Isaias Tolles, Sam Swain, and Brentley Berg are going to contest this one. You see Swain, the tall gentleman, out there by the boards, and Winfield in the green Infinity Racing uniform on the inside. He was the fastest finisher in our time trial out of this heat, so he gets that inside position. And Winfield, in fact, the fastest finisher overall in the 6-9 rookie boys time trial. And so he earned that inside starting spot. We will let our officials finish getting everyone in the proper order, and then we'll be ready to go. So a bit of a change there, moving our top finisher into the middle. Not sure if that's something he requested or how that worked. We'll get some clarification on that as soon as we have an opportunity. But a clean start off the line, and quickly out in front is indeed Winfield. Winfield followed by Castle. And then Cook. So Winfield well out in front. Cook and Castle, as you see the move on the inside there. Sean Cook sliding into second place. Nicely done. Cook and Castle battling for second. Behind them it's Tolles. And then Swain and Berg rounding out the field as we check back in with that race for second. There you see it. Cook and Castle. So field starting to stretch out now, just a quarter of the way through the race. And there is our leader, Thomas Winfield, cruising along. Sean Cook putting a bit on here in the middle portion of the race, closing that gap down. We've got a race now for first as Cook has handled Caden Castle, left him back behind all alone in third, and there is the move. Sean Cook sliding up and taking the lead. 4 laps to go as Cook and Winfield moving around Berg. You see there it is, the current standings and the times being put up. So about half a second now, Sean Cook over Thomas Winfield. Not sure what's going on with Winfield. He may just be trying to coast through here, qualify on time. But Sean Cook has decided not to leave anything in doubt. He's going to try to get first place and qualify. It'll be the 2 heat leaders as well as the next 5 fastest times in the boys division. As you see there, Cook continuing to cruise past his competitors. He's on his final lap and has stretched out quite a lead, nearly half a lap lead between Cook and Winfield. So Winfield with the speed in the time trial, but Sean Cook showing the stamina. And in fact, it was Castle who came all the way up and I believe ended up in second. We'll take a look at the final board as our competitors finish here. Last couple of racers, you see there goes Berg. And here is that final board. Indeed, it was Caden Castle coming in second place. 2 minutes for Cook. So Castle doing a good job getting back into second, only 4 seconds off the pace. Winfield dropping to third. He finishes in 2:08. Tolles 2:19. Swain in a 2:22. And I believe that Brintley Berg did not finish. So those are your 5 finishers and their times there for Heat 1. So Sean Cook punching his ticket to the final. Everyone else going to have to wait and see what Heat 2 can do. Heat 2, Nathaniel Harmon, Brandon McNair, Isaac Armstrong, Oliver Hutchins, Abe Sharma, and Owen Gorgas. So Heat 2 here, Heat 3 to follow. So 3 heats in our boys 6 to 9-year-old rookie division, 1,000-meter race. 2 Texas Speed Club racers in this one, as well as a Team Illini, Kentucky Speed, Stallions, and Skate City competitor. And another clean start. So these middle races, the start not as important as it is in the sprints, but no false starts here in the early going. You see there he is, Nathan Harmon out in front. Isaac Armstrong into second. A couple of two-man races. You see there's three groups of two. It is Harmon and Armstrong. And then it is Hutchins and McNair. And then Sharma and Gorgas also racing for fifth. Again, all these competitors with a chance to qualify if their times are fast enough. Harmon now starting to open things up on Armstrong. As you see there, pretty evenly split as Harmon in the lead as he's approaching the midway point in the race. Okay, here is your leaderboard at the midway point of the race. See, there it is, Harmon. He's got 2 1/4 seconds on his closest competitor, Armstrong, who has the same lead on Hutchins and then McNair as we check back in with Nathaniel Harmon. 3 laps to go for Harmon, coasting his way to a heat win and a ticket to the championship round. And Harmon now beginning to overtake competitors, including teammate Brandon McNair. So McNair had a good time in the time trial, but struggling here in this one. Not the case for Nathaniel Harmon, as he is on the bell lap, final lap for Harmon, putting on a final burst here at the end. So Nathaniel Harmon, nice job, Nathaniel. Hands on the head. Take some deep breaths as we see the rest of our competitors starting to finish. Still a few out there on the track with a lap to go. As Harmon making his way down to leave the floor, and we take another look at our final standings. Everyone's done now. You see the 2:01 there for Harmon. Armstrong's time looks like it's probably going to be good. He's got, I think, the 4th fastest time unofficially with that 2:06. Hutchins, Sharma, Gorgas, not sure if those times are going to be good enough to get into the final, but we shall see. One more heat to go. And you see them coming to the line right there. Heat number 3 of our 6 to 9-year-old boys rookie division. A 1,000-meter race. Casey Starkey, Damian Huff, Ethan Rivera-Rosado, Darius Cooper, Premi Gowardipe, and Alex Gorgas going to be contesting this one. Once again, it is the 3 heat winners as well as the next 5 fastest times. So we know that Harmon is in. We know that Cook is in. And depending on what these guys here in this heat number 3 do, Caden Castle, Thomas Winfield, and Isaac Armstrong all with a chance to qualify as we've got our first false start of the evening. So the broadcaster's jinx alive and well here at the American Roller Speed Skating Championships. As I just mentioned, we hadn't had one yet, and now there we go. You see the yellow card from the starter. Looks like it's going to be on Rivera-Rosado. The Stallion skater going to have to start from that second black line. That is the penalty of the first false start. Another false start would lead to disqualification from this race. And looks like he went early again. You can see the frustration on his face, doesn't understand what he's doing wrong. But you're leaving early. You're leaving early, Ethan. You gotta stay there and wait for the gun to sound, the buzzer in our case to sound. There's the red card. So 2 consecutive false starts. And there you see the dejection there on Ethan Rivera-Rosado It's okay, Ethan. You'll have a lot more racing to do this week. So disappointment there for Rivera Rosado. Leaves us with a 5-man race here in heat number 3. And a clean start, you saw there, Gorgas getting a slow start off the line. He's going to have to recover from that. But who did not get a slow start off the line was Starkey. Casey Starkey out in front in the early going, and a nice move there as well by Damian Huff. Huff pulling into second place as he passed Darius Cooper. So it is Starkey, Huff, and then Cooper as Huff closing the early lead Starkey had. They're now nearly neck and neck as they come around the final turn of lap number 3, and there he goes, Damian Huff. That's the second time he's passed right there on the home stretch. So Damian Huff, he's got a plan and he's sticking to it, taking advantage of those straights to pass. You see him there overtaking Gorgas, who slides up towards the wall, and Damian Huff started off the line in 3rd, but has since really turned it on and is dominating this race. As you can see him bring it down a gear as he is well ahead. Take a look at how things stand here at the halfway point. Huff with the 1:11. As Starkey crosses the line, we'll see. So that lead is over 5 seconds. Huff on Starkey. So Damian Huff with things well in hand for the moment. 3 laps to go for our leader. Little bobble there, but he could keep his feet. Don't want to fall down when you're that far ahead. And Huff now on the final lap. So Damian Huff is going to cruise to victory. Sticks the toe out to stop the time. Everyone else coming along. Starkey coming around the corner as we check in there. That's Alex Gorgas. Now there is Starkey. That's our 2nd place finisher. And 3rd as well, and Darius Cooper. So everyone finishing this one off. As you see Starkey there head for the infield. Going to let his momentum slow down and then make his way off the floor as we take a look at the final standings there. The times, Damian Huff with the 2:02, so a great time there, but he's in as the winner. The rest of these times are looking a little slow compared to the first 2 heats. Starkey can maybe sneak in. We'll see, but I think Damian Huff might be the only racer from Heat 3 to get through to the championship round. As we are going to step away for a moment and take a look at another set of awards being given out while our 10 to 13-year-old racers warm up.
10 to 17 racers time trials. And in 3rd place, Jaden Turner from Team Illini.
How you doing? Congratulations.
Who broke the record, which was then broken by 2nd place, Sabrina Labs from Allegro Speed.
Congratulations.
And then it was broken once again by Kenna Pfeiffer from Fast Forward.
Congratulations. You're welcome.
Nice smile, ladies.
Today. Having fun so far?
Okay, so in 3rd place, we have Sam Ringgold from the Roll Arena Rockets. And in 2nd place, Nathaniel Hines from the Claremore Chaos.
Congratulations, you're a little tall there. Yeah, let me take this behind you. There we go.
And in 1st place, we have Mason Lee Haber from Allegro Speed.
Congratulations.
A new record.
All right, congratulations. Sarah,
So congratulations there to our competitors you see getting their awards for a job well done in the rookie time trial. Last division there, those were our 18 to 29-year-old ladies, and then of course the men doing a great job out there on the time trial, setting records for the American Championships in both those divisions. So a good job to those folks. As you see, our 10 to 13-year-old boys warming up, finishing up their warm-up. And as soon as they're done, we'll get the 10 to 13-year-old girls Rookie Challenge 1500 meter race underway. So these are the longest distances that are contested here. In the younger age group, it was 10 laps, the 1,000 meter. Here on the 10 to 13 age group, it is a 15-lap race, 1,500 meters, so just about a mile on skates. We're going to have 2 heats on the girls' side of things. The first place winner in each heat, as well as the 6 fastest times, are going to advance to the final. On the boys' side, we're going to have 3 heats, so first place from all 3, as well as the next 5 fastest times, advance to the next round, which will actually be the semifinal round, I do believe. So we got our first heat coming up to the line right now. Rachel Wanek of Team Illini, Kendra Bendula of CSC Speed, Cheyenne Bivens of Bell Speed Club, Emma Reif of Stallions, Letitia Ditro of Fast Forward, Nishka Savani from Skate City, and Renee Losi from Skate City, rounding out this 7 competitor heat. So a big heat, 7 skaters on the floor. It's going to be crowded out there. As our starter gives them the thumbs up, so we should be ready to go here directly. Nice. And we are set to go here. Heat number 1, girls 1,500 meter race. And off they go. Early lead is going to go to Bendula. So Bendula out in front off the line, followed by Wanek. Bendula, then Wanek, and then Bivens. Bivens, though, giving ground to Ditro. Ditro into 3rd. And you see there it is still Bendula and Wanek up front. Ditro trying to close the gap and make contact. Bendula and Wanek still 1-2. Ditro in with them. That's the first. Those are the 3 who are contesting this race at the moment. Everyone else several seconds back. You got a group of 2 and then another group of 2 further back even than them. So these 3 are where the action is, trying to put up times to qualify for the next round, if not win the heat outright, as Bendula has led from the start with Wanek right behind. Ditro a little bit slow off the line, but you see now she slides. She's going to move all the way up into first place. Not sure the other 2 were expecting that, but they quickly match the move, close the gap, and our top 3 racers stay right together as we are just about halfway through the contest. And Ditro now putting on a little burst. We'll see if the others can match it. Doesn't look like Bendula is going to be able to. Wanek responds. So it is Ditro and Wanek now. Bindula falling off the pace as the top two overtake Losi. They're up at the top of the board. So Ditro and Wanek, 2/3 of the way done. Bindula has faded. And it is going to be these two the rest of the way by all appearances. Ditro continuing to keep the pace fast. Wanek staying reasonably close but losing contact. And we'll see if she can push back into it here in the final 4 laps. And a big move there, so she closes the gap. Right back in it is Wanek. Ditro and Wanek as they slide past Bivens and Losi. Now Wanek into first, so Wanek taking the lead now, 3 laps to go. Wanek and Ditro. Ditro gives as good as she gets. She's back in front. 2 laps to go. It's all coming down to this for Ditro and Wanek. Looks like Wanek might have put up her last burst too soon. Ditro with about a half second, maybe stretching it to a second now. Final turn for Ditro and Wanek. And Ditro for the win. Wanek in at second. So Letitia Ditro with a slow start, but in those 15-lap races, a slow start certainly not crippling. And Letitia Ditro working her way out to the front as we take a look at the final standings. There, Ditro coming in at 3:05, about 0.8 faster than Wanek. Both of those times looking very strong. So Wanek a good chance to qualify on time. Bindula and Reif finishing right together as well. And then Bivens, Losi, and Sabani rounding things out. Sabani still on the course. She'll finish with a time down around 4 minutes. So Ditro and Wanek looking good with those top 2 times. And there you saw Losi cross the finish line. And we will get our second heat on the floor here directly, as you see the final checkered flag wave there from our starter. And now there you see our next group of racers. You got Kari Davis of Claremore Chaos, Layla Wishard of Fast Forward, Gabriella Carl of the Stallions, Shai Monroe of Claremore Chaos, Kylie Johnson of Fast Forward, Reagan Polachak of CSC Speed, and Caitlin Wyman was set to race, but looks like she is a late scratch, now hearing. So our starter getting everyone lined up where they need to be. Looks like they've got Wishard there on the inside, Davis next to her, then Carl. And out there on the far outside is Polachak and John A. from Olympic Speed Club, who we saw in the time trial as well. So another big heat. 7 racers once again. sometimes in these bigger heats, in order to make sure there's plenty of room at the start, the 7th qualifier has to start behind the rest of the group a step, and it looks like that is what's happening to the Olympic speed team skater. That's certainly where the starters have her set up at the moment. We'll see if she stays there or if they're able to squeeze everyone together on the front line. We saw the thumbs up there from our official timer. And we're ready to go. So indeed, the Olympic skater is going to be behind, and we've got a false start. So 2 false starts in short order here. Looks like the false start is going to be on Layla Wishard. So Wishard getting the yellow card from the starter. And false start again. This time I think it's going to be on Carl. Gabriella Carl. Looked like she went a little bit early, as we had a really good angle on the start there. Thanks to our fantastic camera crew. Dennis Dolan, our lead cameraman. Brian Roth directing. Here at the American Championships, coming to you live around the world at usrollerspeedskating.com. We'll be here all week. If there is a skater on the track whose time counts, we will bring it to you. And we are underway here. Clean start the second time around. Out in front early, it's Wishard. So Wishard and then Davis. Wishard, Davis, Carl right in there as well. So is Shy Monroe. So 4 of our 7 skaters keeping it close at the beginning. Now Davis, a little separation from the other 3. Davis out in front. Wishard, Carl, and Monroe in behind. Carl, nice move around the corner into second, but she's still a ways off of the pace set by Davis. You see there Carl in second, chasing down Davis. Those 3 might need to work together a little bit to try to close down that gap, and now Carl at least has made contact. Davis looks like she's pulling off the pace. Not sure if that's strategy or fatigue. We'll see if she can stay with the group. Carl now setting the pace for things. Carl, then Monroe, then Wishard. And the 3 of them now starting to leave Kari Davis behind. So Gabriella Carl, Shy Monroe, and Layla Wishard. Top 3 racers on the track here halfway through heat number 2. Rookie 10 to 13 girls 1500 meter race, as they've now begun to overtake other racers, staying right together. There's a move. Wishard sliding from 3rd into 2nd, slipping just inside of Monroe. Gabriella Carl seems to have taken her foot off the gas a little bit. We'll see if Wishard's content to sit behind or if she wants to get out and make a move. Contact there as Monroe tried to get around, didn't have the space to pass Wishard. Little bobble sets her back. She's still right there in the top 3. Now here goes Wishard. Wishard around Carl. Carl with the hands on the knees. She's going to respond. Wishard turning things up here. 5 laps to go. Wishard, then Carl. Monroe still trying to hang on, but Wishard starting to push the pace on both of the other top 3. So Monroe and Carl falling off as Layla Wishard now out about 1.5 seconds, maybe 2 seconds with 3 laps to go. Wishard all alone. Continuing to push. Now you see there Monroe and Carl jockeying for position, back and forth, contact, they both go down, and that is going to leave the way completely clear for Wishard to get the win. And in fact, even Kari Davis slid up into, I believe now 2nd, as we see Wishard take the checkered flag. So Wishard with the checkered flag, there goes Davis, and now here come Carl and I'm sorry, that was Monroe. There's Carl. And contact, I think we're probably going to end up seeing a penalty given to one of those two skaters. The contact there in the corner. To me, I think the penalty's probably on Monroe, putting the hand on Carl and throwing her off balance. But I am not a race official as we take a look at our final standings. You see there, it is Wishart with the 3:07, so that's a time that is right there with Wanek and Detro from heat number 1. Then Monroe still putting up a 3:16, Carl a 3:20. So Monroe is probably going to make it. We did see a couple of 14s and 15s in heat number 1, but Shy Monroe, assuming she doesn't get disqualified for the contact there on lap number 12, looking good to advance. We'll get a final ruling on that as soon as we can and see what the officials decide. And in the meantime, we'll go back to the starting line and take a look at our rookie challenge 10 to 13 boys 1500 meter race heat number 1 of 3 here for the boys. Tyson Fletcher, Tristan Starkey, Jaden Roberts, Kavan Woodruff, Logan Gaudreau, Elijah Walker, and Abe Kronberg in heat number 1 of 3, as I mentioned. First place plus 5 fastest times qualifying in this division. All right, you see there the thumbs up from the timer, and we are ready to go. Heat number 1. And the stampede off the line led by Fletcher, Tyson Fletcher, Central Florida speed team, part of the 1-2-3 finish those Central Florida folks had in the time trial. And he takes off these first 2 laps, leading the way. Behind him, a good way is Starkey and Jaden Roberts competing for second and third. As you see, there is Fletcher, and you can see the distance he's put between him and the next 2. There they are, Starkey and Roberts competing. There's a nice move there as Roberts moves into second place, but he's got a lot of work to do if he wants to challenge Fletcher. Fletcher continuing a nice solid pace. He is all alone. Logan Gaudreau went down there in the 4th corner. Fletcher's coming around, so he is able to get around no trouble at all, a third of the way through, and Fletcher is continuing his stranglehold on the race. The race for second and third, though, heating up. Starkey is back in second. Starkey and Roberts now also overtaking the other contestants. As we check back in with Fletcher, Tyson Fletcher extending his lead about halfway through the race. We can check in with the leaderboard and see just what that distance is. As you see it there, 5 seconds on the next 2. So a real good job there by Fletcher as he continues to dominate the race. Coming around 5 laps to go for Fletcher. So the race between Starkey and Roberts, still a good one behind him as he is just overtaking opponents left and right. Tyson Fletcher continuing the excellent showing by this Central Florida speed team on their first trip to the American Championships. And there's our race for second. Starkey back in front of Roberts. They've been going back and forth all along. You see there 3 laps to go as we check back in with our leader, coasting his way to the final. Starting to look like he's maybe a little tired, but it's not going to matter as he's got half a lap lead as he takes the bell. So 1 more to go for Fletcher. And there is the checkered flag for Fletcher. And there's Roberts. So Roberts putting it on late as there's Starkey. So in those last couple laps while we were with Tyson Fletcher, Jaden Roberts really put on a burst to get himself separated from Tristan Starkey. But the story here, Tyson Fletcher, a dominating performance as we take a look at the final time. Look at that best lap, put in a sub 11-second lap for an under 3-minute final time, 2:56 for Fletcher. Jaden Roberts with the 3:01, Starkey's 3:04, strong as well. Both of those guys in contention to qualify on time, depending on what happens in the other races. You see Kronberg finishing up the race as well. So good job to that whole field. And we'll see what heat number 2 has for us. In that heat, you have Christian Mendez, Central Florida Speed, Luke Armstrong, Team Illini, Donathan Dietrich, also of the Illini, Braden Waite, Allegro Speed, then the Smiths, Jesse and Sawyer, both of the Stallions, and Seth Carlson rounds out the field for heat number 2. And once again, with this many bodies on the track, looks like Carlson, as our 7th qualifier in this heat, is going to start a step behind. So, as we've seen a few times in these long distance races, the start not really as important as it is in the sprint. Plenty of time to make up a few seconds over the course of 15 laps, and roughly 3 minutes of racing over that span of time for these guys. So just because Carlson has to start at the back does not mean he can't move up and compete for the heat win or certainly to qualify on time. Okay, starters appear to be ready. And that's going to be a false start on the inside there. Mendez left a step early. It's pretty clear from our angle. Shout out again to our director of photography, Dennis Dolan, giving us the great shots there. So Mendez needs to be careful here because a second false start would eliminate him from the contest, a heat that he qualified as the top qualifier for from the time trial. So that would not be a good thing for him or for Central Florida if he double false starts and gets eliminated without even being able to run the race. Another false start. This time it's going to be way on the outside. Sawyer Smith. You see Jesse disgusted a little bit with his brother there. But, you know, things happen. You're eager to get the race going. And there is the yellow card for Sawyer Smith. So 2 false starts. Looking for the 3rd time to be the charm here in heat number 2. And that that's a clean start. Mendez out fast from the inside. Mendez followed by Armstrong and then Dietrich. So Mendez out early, just smoking the field in the first couple laps. We'll see if he can keep that pace up. Armstrong and Dietrich both trying to keep pace. Now they've fallen back. There's a group of 4 now taking shape, as you can see there. That is Armstrong, that is Dietrich, that is Waite, and it is Smith. So the 4 of them looking to compete for second, and there is a nice move by Smith as we check back in with our leader, Mendez, Christian Mendez, all alone. He's about a quarter of a lap ahead already, just 4 laps into this 15-lap race. And there is where the action is back there. The battle for second and third. Jesse Smith, Luke Armstrong, Donathan Dietrich, and Braden Waite, as Christian Mendez now out to about a half a lap lead. Still less than halfway through the contest. So Mendez with things well in hand at the halfway point. Now the pack behind him starting to break up into 2 groups of 2 as we see Mendez cross the line once again. Two-thirds of the race gone, and no one has challenged Christian Mendez right from the jump. You see him there overtaking Seth Carlson. And Mendez is moving so fast, he's looking to get a lap up on even his closest competitors. As you see there on the screen, everyone in front of him is actually behind him as he overtakes Smith. Now moving his way up towards Waite. So it's Dietrich and Armstrong. You saw him just off the screen competing for second now. And Mendez looking like he might just lap the field as he's on the bell. No one else is. Mendez pushing them all out to the front, and what a performance from Christian Mendez. My goodness, he laps the field, puts in a great time, and you see there is the race for second. Looks like that is Dietrich now has things under control. One final turn. Armstrong going to challenge him at the line. Dietrich and Armstrong. Dietrich looks like he got it with the lunge. So Dietrich and Armstrong putting up really fast times as well. But back to the man of the moment, Christian Mendez. Phenomenal performance out of him here in the 1500-meter Heat 2. We'll take a look at his final time along with everyone else's. Mendez, 2:49. My goodness, that's incredibly fast. And the next 3 really good as well. Dietrich, Armstrong, Smith, all coming in faster than Starkey and Roberts, and Braden Waite right in there in that 3:04 time frame with Starkey and Roberts from Heat 1. So that is looking like a bunch of those fellows are going to move on to the championship round. Fantastic race there in Heat number 2. We'll see if Heat 3 can keep things going at that high a level. Heat number 3, we've got Ved Patel. He's right there on the inside. You can see him there, Central Florida Speed. Part of that Central Florida Speed sweep of the time trial. Dax Pilkington in the heat as well. Bryson Gerling, Tristan Boyd, Grayson Losi, and Jake Edwards rounding out the 6-man field of Heat 3. So blazing fast times put up in Heat number 2 especially. You're going to need, at this point, you are really going to need to come in under 3:04 if you want to qualify on time. So your best bet is to win the heat and make sure that you just leave nothing to chance, because Heat 2 really put the hammer down, and the time to make it into the final is much, much lower after the performances of Dietrich, Armstrong, Smith, and Waite, to say nothing of Christian Mendez. And a familiar sight for us here lately, a Central Florida speed skater out in front early on as Patel has exploded off the line. He is way out in front. Pilkington, the only one even remotely close. You see there, the only two in the frame are Patel and Pilkington. Pilkington, a good job there on that lap, definitely made up some time. So Patel, then Pilkington. Pilkington withstood the initial burst off the line in the first few laps and has stayed within striking distance, but still about a second, maybe a second and a half back of Patel. He's going to need to go into another gear if he's going to catch all the way up, as Patel continues to put up a very fast pace. Now starting to stretch back out the lead on Pilkington. Patel's last lap was under 11 seconds, an 8.75 lap for 10.875 lap for Patel. So that explains how he was able to put that extra space between him and Pilkington that you're seeing. There's Pilkington just barely in the frame. My goodness, the domination of this division by Central Florida Speed continues. Patel halfway through, and he is up a bunch, as we can take a look at the times here at the midway point. You saw them go by, and there they are, as Patel 2.25 seconds up. The distance feels bigger than that as you're watching it in the arena, as Pilkington has pretty well conceded the race, now just trying to chase down that time and get into the final. Patel cruising, 4 laps to go, and now starting to pick it back up just a bit. Finished strong, continuing to overtake competitors is Patel. And there's the bell for Patel. 1 more lap to go for him. Oh, almost trips over a cone. Can't lose focus. And Pilkington now surging. Patel took his foot off the gas a little too soon, and that could be trouble, as Pilkington, sneaky, keeps pushing all the way through. Patel thought it was over, as did most of us, but not Dax Pilkington. He came back and made it interesting. What an effort there by Pilkington. Tremendous work getting back in this thing. We head to the board to see who it did in fact get the victory, and it is Patel. Patel by, my goodness, just over 1/100th of a second, hangs on as Pilkington charges the last couple laps to make it close. Both those guys are going to be through with 2:55s. Bryson Gerling and Tristan Boyd's 3:03s, very respectable, but even those times are on the bubble after what Heat 2 did. So we'll see who gets through and who is done. And I believe we are going to take a quick break, show you some awards from the time trials. It's our 30 and above and 40 and above men's and women's division awards coming up right now.
Yeah, I gotta be very careful.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, you be very careful doing that, even if you don't have a bed.
And my skates are loose.
There you go.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Nice smile.
Right.
Now, don't be playing that everywhere.
There we go. 3rd place for Chris.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
2nd place for Chris.
Chris.
Chris and Chris. Chris. We got Chris. And Marquise.
I think you should change the name to Chris, and then we could have had Chris, and Chris. Get up on there. Stand up there.
All right, very nice.
Now I gotta get my camera ready again.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. So second for Monica.
Congratulations.
First for Jamie.
Thank you. I get out of your picture.
And in first place, we have Eric Hutchins from Kentucky Speed.
Yes, they have it right on this.
Okay, now they got
That
it.
sheet's
Yeah. Congratulations. Thank you, sir.
They just handed it to me.
Updated.
And congratulations to all of our time trial winners. And we're going to take a short break here as the race officials get us organized for the next batch of racing. More to come. Stay tuned.